What if the oldest thing we ever wrote down wasn't a law or a prayer, but a joke? 4,000 years ago, before empires had names and history itself was barely learning to speak, a Sumerian scribe pressed a reed stylus into wet clay. The sun baked the tablet dry, and in that moment, something extraordinary was preserved. Not wisdom meant to last forever, but humour meant to disappear in laughter. Picture ancient Mesopotamia. The air is heavy with dust and heat. The Euphrates glints under a blinding sky. City walls rise from the plain, and inside them people argue, trade, love, complain, and laugh. These weren't mythic figures carved in stone. They were people like us, impatient, curious, and amused by the absurdity of everyday life. The tablet itself is unassuming. No epic poem, no royal decree. Just a short line, scratched casually, almost carelessly. When modern scholars finally translated it millennia later, they were stunned. It wasn't sacred. It wasn't serious. It was a joke. The line goes something like this. Something that has never happened before. A young woman did not fart in her husband's lap. Crude? Absolutely. Unexpected? Completely. Human? Undeniably so. And that's the moment history cracks open. Because suddenly the ancient world stops feeling distant. We imagine a room filled with scribes, tired from copying grain tallies and temple records. One of them smirks, another chuckles. Maybe someone rolls their eyes and says, "You're really writing that down?" And yet it's written, preserved, immortal. Here's the rehook. This joke wasn't meant for us. It wasn't crafted to survive empires collapsing or languages dying. It was meant to vanish in laughter, in a shared moment between people who never imagined the future would overhear them. But the clay remembered. Think about what that means. The first recorded joke tells us that humour isn't modern. It isn't cultural fluff. It's ancient survival instinct. Even at the dawn of civilization, when life was brutal and uncertain, people still needed to laugh at marriage, at bodies, at the awkwardness of being human. That joke travelled through time, not because it was profound, but because it was real. And maybe that's the punchline. The oldest written laughter still echoes today, reminding us that across 4,000 years, despite everything that's changed, we're still laughing at the same things, and for the same reasons. If this story made you smile, surprised you, or made you feel a little closer to the past, please like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what do you think the next joke in history will sound like?